Hi everybody, making a bow. You might want to take a seat though. You'll see why. Things happen, things have transpired. Not sure how they happened, but they made a really nice bow. So I'm going to tell you how I got there, or at least how I think I got there. I'm starting out with some of this burlap ribbon from Dollar Tree. My loops are 5 inches. And for the first round, I'm doing 3 on each side. I'm just putting it in, twisting it, holding my pinky there to make sure that the loops are the right size. That's my 3rd on the left. And I'm going to cut it off. The tails are 8 inches. Left those a little bit longer so I could trim them down later. And now this is where I think the first thing I did to make this better is that instead of waiting until everything was done, I started moving everything around as I did it. So my tails come down, 2 of the loops go up, 2 of the loops stay in the middle, and 2 of the loops come down. They naturally kind of want to go where they want to go, so if there's one that's naturally inclined to go to the top, move it to the top. The ones that want to go to the bottom, move them to the bottom. This is a yellow gingham from Michaels, kind of thin, but you know, it had decent wire in it, and I'm going with 5 inches on here again. And at some point I start doing my tails all on the same side. It didn't matter in the end, but you know, I like to alternate them. So this was 2 loops, pull the tails down, pull 2 up, and leave either 2 in the middle, pull them down, wherever. This is my absolute favorite ribbon from Walmart. It's like a farmhouse stripe. Just burlap with a cream on it. Again, 5-inch loops. 2 on each side. Eight-inch tails. Tails down, loops up. And I'm making sure my twist in between those 2 posts are really, you know, like not half twist, like go all in. This one is also from Michaels. I love this ribbon. It's weird because you can see here that the edges aren't wired, but the burlap part in the middle is. So, a little bit different. Tails down, loops up. So it's like pre-fluffing. This is Walmart. This ribbon is on clearance, and I think these are about 4 inches. I'm going down because there's only 2 ribbons left. There's this one and another one. Cut that off. Tails down, loops up. And this is a Dollar Tree ribbon. It's so stiff, very, very stiff. And these are 4 inches. And I'm just gonna do 2 on each side. Okay, so already, I mean, this is all smashed down, not tied off or anything. It looks so much better than my normal bows, so feeling good about that. Tails down, loops up, out of the way. And now the other thing I did this time is go in with a cable tie because my hands are at a point lately where it's too much for me to try to hold this and tighten it with a wire or a pipe cleaner. So going in, making sure I'm catching everything with a cable tie, tightening it just enough to hold everything together, and then once I have that stack in my hand, I'm going to move it over to where all the twists are and cinch it down a little bit more. Not all the way yet. I'm just making sure that everything's nice and tight. Then I'm going to slip in my pipe cleaner I'm holding all 3 of them together so they have like a nice handle, and I'm just gonna start really pulling apart these loops. I think my problem is that when I was making them before, I was like, oh, you know, have to be careful, you know, have to be gentle, it's the baby. But it's ribbon. And this is like actually nice quality ribbon. Like, I don't know if I'd go in this hard with Dollar Tree ribbon because that falls apart when you look at it. But this is all decent quality ribbon. Even the ones from Dollar Tree are nice. So I am really going in there and I am pulling. I am moving things where they need to be. I'm opening up the loops around the cable tie, making sure everything's twisted the right way. Everything's as open as it can be, going by loop, making sure everything is just nice and fluffed and separated and spread out. And I still haven't tightened all the way yet, because I still want to be able to move things around. And I think having this thicker ribbon at the back with more loops gave me like a base to kind of hold everything up. I really sat down to make this bow and I was like, I'm going to try everything I can think of from every tip that I've heard, and I'm going to make me a bow. And I did. It looks nice. Now I am tightening it down. I'm going to cut off the cable tie, put a little bit of hot glue, and just twist the pipe cleaner around to make sure it's secure. Come on, I mean... Alright, so this is a Grapevine from Walmart. You guys know how much I like these. My bow is going to go at like 11 o'clock, and here are the flowers that I picked out. These are roses from Michael's. They were $5 a piece, but they were buy one get 2 free when I got them. Got 3 of those. Got some just foliage. The yellow and white mix tulips. They have one that's brighter yellow, but I got the creamier yellow. Some kind of peachy apricot tulips. Some fillers from Walmart. Some ranunculus from Walmart. Some pink tulips, white tulips from Michael's, and we're going to see where that goes. So the first thing we're going to do is get my bow down so I know where everything is going. And I am making this wreath specifically for my mom, so I know what she likes. I know how much she likes yellow roses. She didn't want an Easter wreath. She definitely said spring. So that's what I was trying to go for. And normally I would never spend $5 on a flower, a single flower, but because they were buy one, get 2 free, you know, it was like 3 for $5, which I can handle that. And unlike the other wreaths I've done where I've like pretty much cut the stems all the way down, I'm leaving these a little bit longer so they can stick out more from the wreath. Saving all those leaves on the side so I can use them as filler if I need them. And I'm just going to start gluing in. I'm trying to work out like where I want everything to go. So I know I want 2 roses by the bow, and then I want one to kind of stop the left side of where the flowers are going to be. So that's about right here where I'm putting it. And they're not pushed all the way down. I mean, you can see they're kind of sticking up. And now everything else is pretty much just filling in. I'm going flower by flower. I'm starting with these yellow tulips and adding in some of the rose leaves because there's no reason for me to toss those out when I can put them in there and they can fill up a little bit of space. So I needed to make sure this wreath was super special because it was for my mom. Not that I can't make a nice wreath for her from Dollar Tree stuff, but I really wanted some big, impressive looking flowers, which is why I got the roses from Michael's. My mom is like the best person you could ever possibly know. She works so hard at her job. She goes above and beyond. she's always there when I need her. Even if it's a day where she's been working all day and dealing with horrible customers and, other people that she works with that, are just a total pain. She can have the worst day. And as soon as I call and say, hey, I don't feel good, something's wrong, she's either there to talk me through it, or she comes over, or, most of the time we end up in the emergency room. Never complains about anything. She basically raised me and my sisters by herself with very little help from my absentee father. Never complained about that either. So, if there's a chance that I can ever do something for her, I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna do my best, which I think is why this wreath came out so good. Maybe that's even why the bow came out so good. Next time I make a wreath, I'm gonna be like, this one's for mom, and I'm just gonna go in it and make nice bows from now on. That's my thing. Maybe that's a secret. But my mom absolutely deserves this wreath and, anything else and everything else. So I've gone through with the yellow tulips, the peachy kind of apricot tulips, the ranunculus, and now I'm going in with... Are these the light pinks? Yeah, I really wanted the blue tulips because my mom liked those the last time we were at Michael's, but they didn't have any. I think it's because they were on sale and they were kind of picked over already when I got there. And they're only $2 a bunch, and it's a lot of tulips in that little bush. I mean, you can see right there before I cut it up. So now I'm going in with the white. And there's not really much to say about how to do this because it's like a visual thing. You can't say, well, make sure you put 5 of these and at least 2 of these. And I hate when I hear people say, and I heard it all the time when I was working with a florist, when you're making an arrangement, you want your thriller and your filler and your spiller. Because it sounds dumb, first of all. It sounds like, like the little thing you say to remind yourself of something. But this wreath, and most of my wreaths still, they kind of apply to that. It kind of applies a little bit, not like it would in a standing arrangement or something in a vase, but our thriller here, our focal point would be these roses. They're the biggest, they're the boldest, they're the brightest, and I wanted them to stand out. My filler is the things I'm putting in now, as well as all these flowers that just kind of fill in. The tulips, the ranunculus, you can see them, you can look at them individually, but they're not taking away from the yellow roses. And this is just some, I don't know what this is. It's lavender, but it's got berries on it. It's flocked. It's $2 at, I think it's $2 at Walmart. They've changed their floral prices, which fight me. And then this would be my spiller, just something a little airy on the outside to make it a little bit more flowy. And I like to include things on wreaths when they're outside. They're not just gonna be stagnant on a wall because everything's glued in. These are gonna, they're gonna blow around a little bit. They're gonna move when you open and close the door. And I don't know what this is supposed to be. But so I do have this thriller, filler, spiller thing going on, but I just hate the way, I hate that. I'm I think it's just because I heard it so much. Which is a good way to explain to people you're selling flowers to, oh, we're going to use this, this, and this, and this is how we're going to use them. So I'm cutting all these, dovetailing them. One of them I cut wrong. I don't know if I left it in here because I was like, I can't believe I just did that. Let me see. Maybe I didn't. Oh, I almost cut that one wrong. There it is. See, it happens. And I almost do it almost every time. I'm no, I gotta change that. I gotta cut this way. So now I'm fluffing this bow up one last time. It was so nice. So full, so fluffy. I think the ribbons really came together. I'm not thrilled about that center. Like, I wish I had done 3 loops instead of 4, but, you know, I gave it to my mom. She loved it, so she said, oh, it's big. Well, yeah, I mean, it's, you know, I cannot put Easter eggs in it, but I can't not make it big. That's just not me. So yeah, really getting there. If you're having trouble with bows, really get in there and pull them. You know, if you're using halfway decent ribbon, it's not gonna rip in half. So these are some detailed shots and then a big shot at the end. I had some other pictures, but my finger was completely covering it and it was raining outside and I was not going to go run outside and take more pictures. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you like it. My mom really liked it. If you have your mom, you should definitely call her, do something nice for her. She deserves it, I'm sure, probably, hopefully. I will see you guys on Friday with something new. Remember to comment, like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and go enter my giveaway on last Friday's video. Bye-bye.